What's up, y'all? It's your boy Carcino. Let's get into it. Molly Qerim has stated, about her relationship and how she feels at the time about what's going on out here. Molly, she came out and told the rest of the world. Well, she just made a little quick statement just to get it out there, because there's been other people like myself and others who have been going on the story and basically telling people exactly what it was that was happening. Now, true to form, all the people that love Molly are going to defend Molly and take her position. Some people are just going to blame her because she's the woman, and, it's a bunch of men ganging up on her and trying to tear her apart because she is the woman. So here we are yet again in another scenario where she's the victim. Now, Molly has stated that the only person she is dating is herself. All right? The only person she is dating is herself. That's the statement she made. She's dating herself and focusing and working on herself as she's dealing with issues with her family, plus her own battle that she's got, dealing with this metriosis thing she got, which normally affects women because it's more like a uterus disease. Will she be able to have children? I most highly doubt it. And could that have played a part in the relationship going left or right? Who knows? Right? All I can do is tell it to you straight. She's not dating Stephen A. Smith, for those who want to know. Stephen A. Smith is not looking for Molly for a date and for a companion. He's more like a brother, an older brother figure to her, as we stated from the very beginning. For those who don't know, Molly Qerim is not the person you thought she was. She does work hard. She goes through a lot, but she don't have the time. Do you know how many hours a day they work? I mean, seriously, do you know what they go through in a day? Do you know how hard they have to work at this? Seriously. Molly Qerim has to go through a lot just to do First Take. Then she does another show on ESPN. Then she does another show that's showing her conditioning. But look at what she has to go through in a day. In a day. People don't really understand that. Her physical condition and what she has to go through is, mind-boggling, to say the least. Because she's stuck in this bubble where everybody expects her to be perfect. She's judged on her looks every day, but she wants to be heard. So she will make these comments, even though they might be harebrained and don't make sense. She wants to be heard. And she takes that effort to show that, hey, I graduated, I went to school for this, I went and did all of these things, and I did it just so I could be heard. I want to be an anchor. I don't want to be just some moderator. I'm anchoring this show. And she's opened the door for more women to come in at ESPN and have those positions and do different things on the show. ESPN has given her a lot of projects. She has a very extensive contract where she's, you know, part of the show more than Carrie Champion was. There was rumors that she slept her way in, but we'll leave that to the Patreon. We won't we won't go down that road. But if you got the Patreon and you already know what time it is on how she got the job from Carrie Champion. Carrie and Skip Bayless had problems before, you know, Molly was even introduced into the situation. So for those who wanted to know about that, they could use that for data. Take that for data. Now, Molly's conditioning and things that went on in her career, her life, everything that's on the line, she had a lot to lose because they could have replaced her. They could have got another person in there. She's going through acupuncture, getting needles poked into her ears and nose and body by this crazy doctor woman. So this is Molly's life. Molly's not out going on dates. She's out there getting needles poked into her stomach, into her feet. So this is what's going on with Molly. This relaxes her. She gets it done in her home, and it keeps her in her comfort zone to know that this is being done to her, and she goes through this process over and over again. And, you know, Jalen probably filed for divorce because he probably said, look, I want kids or some more kids. You ain't having no more kids. You know, I don't know what's going on with your body health-wise. And, you know, I don't know if I want to keep, you know, putting my, you know what, into the hot box. I don't know what's going to come out of there. So, I don't know. It's just probably not the right situation for them. You know, so this was probably the best thing for them to have this split or whatever you want to call it. But she is not out cheating or messing around. She's taking time for herself. That's what's happening with Molly. Now, I just wanted to give people the real because people start using their imagination and things start going crazy. Yeah. Now, Stephen A. did something that I had to check him on again. You know, his team. It's not Stephen A. Smith. But he doesn't like to see, their team don't like to see videos that's not showing positive lights of Stephen A. Smith. You know, especially if it's getting a lot of attention and a lot of, like, traffic. They don't like that because it's showing up in search engines on YouTube, and they don't want that there, so they want to eliminate it by trying to throw false flags. So even when they correct it, now that they've corrected it, I'm not showing up in the search engines the way that it's supposed to be showing up in the search engines. So they're right back doing the same nonsense. I respect people's grind. And I understood her grind. So I always gave her just due. She worked hard, you know, to get to where she is. There's a lot of women that didn't like her in her position. I don't think she's attractive. Seeing her up close without makeup, really, or light makeup, and I said, oh, well, this ain't for me. This is for somebody else. Somebody for Jalen Rose. There's still some guys out there be like, I'll take Molly. Well, you can have her. But for the Cino, nah, I'm good. Give me some Jill Scott. Any day of the week. Or the AT&T girl. So, yeah, I'm sorry, baby. AT&T girl, I'm sorry to shock you. But Molly came along, and she's only been there. People think Molly been there for like about 10 years. She really has not. Molly's only been on First Take since like 15, 16? Might have been 2015. She came like near the end. And her reign really took off when Skip left, because Carrie Champion ended up stepping. She couldn't deal with Skip, and Skip ended up leaving anyway and going over to Fox. And once that happened, it's a whole new avenue. If he had stayed at ESPN, the cancel culture would have eventually gotten to Skip. Because Skip just says the wrong things. You know? And when you say the wrong things, like, consistently, this is just how they judge you in the business. You know, you're basically kicked out of the loop. Well, you gotta understand, Molly don't move in those tropes. She really wants to be taken seriously. She wants her own shows. They work like about 13 hours a day. So they get called in for emergency shows. They gotta get up early in the morning. It's hectic. It's hectic as hell. I wouldn't want that schedule or pray for nobody to do that schedule. They got to get up. They got to deal with makeup and crew. And they got to, like, man got to go through the makeup too. So it ain't just the women just in makeup. It's the men in makeup too. So people are stuck in these situations. Is Molly better than Joy Taylor? Molly is better than Joy Taylor on the microphone. I don't know if she's as knowledgeable. She can read the teleprompter better than Joy Taylor. Her speech and confidence is much better than Joy Taylor. Does she look better than Joy Taylor? I don't know. I guess somebody could say I don't really look at Joy like that. To me, Joy Taylor is different. Joy Taylor is somebody that is like a little sister or a cousin. Like, if you see her, I just don't think, ooh, she's super sexy. And I just, not to say she's like cute. You know, like, oh, that's my little cousin over there. She cute. Little cute cousin. You know, that's how she is. I don't see it. Most of you guys might see her like that. But, you know, maybe because I'm older. I think she's like Armenian and Italian or something like that. They see Molly and they project. They see Molly and say, oh yeah, I see she's a cheater. She done cheated on Jalen. She done slept around on Jalen. She did this to Jalen. And nobody ever thought, like, what if Jalen might have done something to her? You never even thought that. But sometimes relationships don't break up, or cheating ain't the reason why people break up. Or they want to go out and do something else. Sex be like one of the last things that people be thinking about when they break up. People disconnect. They shut down. They don't like the situation of the relationship. They don't like this control thing. They can't deal with it. They be like, look, I've been putting up with it for a while, but I can't do it no more. I can't do this no more. I tried. I can't. It's over. I can't do this anymore. So that's the key. And that's the way the relationship normally boils down to, and it normally breaks down. So on that note, oh, thank you guys for hitting up the super chat. Thank you guys for hitting up the Cash App too. Carcino's the name on the Cash App for everybody else. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and the notification bell. If more information come by, I'll let you know. But as of right now, in case you came here late, Molly Qerim says she's not dating. Only person she's dating is herself. And she's only working on herself right now. She's too busy doing anything else to go out on dates. So the only person she's dating is herself. If people are worried about her private life. So that should ends everybody's curiosity about what Molly's doing. So now, on that note, your boy Carcino is out. Love, peace, and hair grease.